So before I kick on the air compressor and make it really noisy in here to finally finish sanding these, give you guys a quick look at what they look like. It's really straight. They came out really awesome. So yeah, just a quick run through of what I just did. Blocked it down with 320 first. Made sure you get all your edges and all that underneath here. All your edges where primer was gonna go. Make sure all that's scuffed good. Then took out 400 on the block, blocked it all down, and then I took a red Scotch-Brite pad and just Scotch-Brited everywhere. This particular paint job, I don't know how many coats of clear on it. It was done back in 06, I believe. So it's been a while since it's been painted, but it was a full-on paint job, meaning they did the black and the green and the graphics all at the same time. I noticed that when I started doing the bodywork, how many layers of paint were underneath. And it does have two paint jobs, meaning one was a factory, and then the second one was this color scheme that's on the car now. So with that being said, you always have to be really careful with how far you scuff. Red Scotch-Brite pads are known to take off a lot of material, so just keep that in mind when you're doing something like this that you did not paint. You don't want to burn through areas you don't want to touch up, so be really mindful of that, but yet you still have to do a good job. So I want to kick the compressor on, blow this stuff off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 400 that I used on blocking, and I'm going to sand this down even smoother with the DA. For most of you guys don't know, when you're blocking, you're putting scratches in it one way, you know. Even if you're cross patterning it, you know, cross hatching in X's, you're still putting scratches going one way. So I've always, you know, what you're really supposed to finish this stuff with is a DA. What that does is the dual action sander turns and jitters in a certain way that makes perfectly clean scratch marks, so it gets rid of those one line scratches, which you can see if you don't get rid of them, or if you don't go up high enough and grit, sandpaper, go finer. And then I will actually finish this off with 800, and I'll DA this with 800 as well when I get done doing the panel. So it will go from 320 to 400 all the way to 800. So really it makes the 400 scratches to like 600, if that makes sense. So that is the process that I do on something like this that has graphics. I'm trying to keep relatively small bodywork wise to not cover up anything that doesn't need to be covered up. So the black here is not just straight black. It's a Dodge OEM code PXR. It's Shadow Black Pearl, I think is what the name of it is. It's got a lot of pearl in it. It's got a little bit of aluminum in there as well. So it's not just straight black. So you gotta be really mindful of where I'm gonna be spraying this stuff up. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kick on the air compressor, and then we'll get to sanding this stuff down, cleaned up, ready for paint.